So good morning students. Today I am going to explain you the operators in C. You see, there are in C we can perform various types of operations. Here you can get two things: the variable and the constants are called operands. You see, variables and constants both are known as operands, and both are known as operands, and we will go for the operators. Okay. Variable and constants are called operands, and the plus, minus, into, divide, greater than, less than, these are known as operators. And here the operands and operators makes an expressions. The operands and operators makes an expressions. Okay. So today we will go for the operators. What are the different types of operators are there? There are 7 types of operators are there. How many types of? There are 7 types of operators. So we can go all the operators one by one. The first one is, see, 7 types of operators. Number 1 is arithmetic operators, then relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, increment and decrement operators, conditional operators, and special operators. The first one is about your arithmetic operators. The first one is your arithmetic operators. So what you get under the arithmetic operators? Arithmetic operators are, point to be noted, arithmetic operators are also known as binary operator. Why? Because it has two operands. In arithmetic operators, there are two operands. What means? Suppose 4 plus 5. 4 is one operand, 5 is another operand, and this is the operator. So in arithmetic operators, there are two operands. Other it should be under the operator. You can use multiple, plus, minus, into, whatever it is. The 5 arithmetic operators used in C languages are addition, subtractions, multiplications, divisions, and what is one left? Then you can say the one new operator we got in the class 9 in C operators is called modulus. Addition, subtractions, multiplications, divisions, and this is called modulus. Modulus. So what is the function of modulus? Modulus I explained later on. Okay. You know that the meaning of the function of additions, subtractions, multiplications, and divisions you know very well. But what is the function of modulus? Okay. Now you see, suppose you want to divide a number. 10 divided by 2, the answer is 5. 10 divided by 3, answer is 3, and remainder is 1. Quotient is 3, and remainder is 1. Okay. If you write 10 modulus 3, the answer is 1. You know what? 10 modulus 3, the answer is 1. Why? Under the modulus, when you divide, you only get the remainder. If you divide 10 by 3, 3 3 are 9, the remainder is 1. When you use the modulus operator, you will get only the remainder. The remainder is the answer, not the 3. But if you divide it, you get the answer is 3, not remainder 1. So 3.3333 you will get. Okay. But when you use modulus, instead of divide, instead of multiply, whatever it is, 10 multiplied by 2, answer is 20. 10 plus 2, answer is 12. 10 minus 2, answer is 8. See, I am using all the operands. 10 minus 2 is 8, 10 plus 2 is 12, 10 to 2 is 20, 10 divided by 3 is 3.033, and 10 divided by modulus 3 is answer is 1. So that means the function modulus is what, whenever you use the modulus signs, when you divide it, you will get the remainder is the answer. I think it is clear all of you. Here says when you divide two integers, that means when you divide, if both the operands are integer, suppose 5 is a operand, 5 is operand, and divide by 2 is also operand, then the answer is 5 is operand, 2 is operand, and if both the operand are integer, then the result is also an integer. Is it not? If the both are integer, the answer also we will get 2, not 2.5, 2.5. 2.5. If both the operand are integer, then the result is also we will get operand. And if both the operand are real, this is integer, this is real. If both the operand are real, then the answer is also will get real. Okay. So that is depend on the programs how you declare the operand, are the integer or the real. Okay. Next is your relational operator. So this is the about the operator. Next is your relational operator. So what do you mean by relational operator? So relational operator are used to compare two expressions. Meaning, relational operator are used to compare two expressions. This 5 plus 2 is greater than 6 plus 5 plus 1. So this is one expression that I tell you earlier that when two operators are used, when two operands are used, it is known as expressions. So this here see one operand, two operand. This is one expression, and this is another expression. So relational operators are used to compare two expressions. If you write 5 plus 3, if you ask, is it true or false? This is false. Answer is false or true. So here relational operators are used to compare two expressions. So what are the different symbols? What are the different operators used in relational operator? Okay. The different operators used in relational operator are, this is used to equal. So for equal, if you use two equal signs, if you use one single equal sign, this is not the meaning of equal. This is the meaning of equal. And if you are in general math, we use this symbol for not equal. Is it? In general math, we use this symbol for not equal. But in computer, these symbols are not present. So how you can express the symbol of not equal? So to use not equal, exclamation mark, then give one equal sign. This is the symbol of meaning of not equal. Next, other you know, greater than, less than, greater than equals to, less than equals to. You know the meaning of these operators. So these are the different operators used in relational operators. Now, how to use the using relational operator expressions of relational operator. Okay. Now you see, if you write expression is 6 equals to 5. So what is output you get in by numbers? The statement is true or false? The statement is true or false? Is it false? So in binary, in the output, you will get the answer is 0. Why you get 0? Suppose 7 is equals to 7 is not equal to 6. True or false? Answer is true. And so answer output is 1. So what is the meaning of 1 and 0? You see, in binary, true means 1 and false means 0. So you see 6 is equals to 5. The statement is false. So output is 0. 7 is not equals to 6. The answer is true. So the answer is 1. Similarly, if you use variables a into c is greater than b, what is the output? For the output, you have to input the value of a, c and b. Suppose a equals to 2, b equals to 3 and c equals to say 4. Okay, now see. A into c, 2 into 4, 8. 8 is greater than b. True or false? So the statement is true, the output is 1. If you write c into b divided by a. So c into b, 3 for the 12. Wait. This is a sorry, my mistake is there. A into b. A into b is sorry, please. Then equals to and greater than a. Okay. Is c is 4, b is 3, 3 4 is 12. 12 is equals to or greater than a. The statement is true. So answer is 1. If you are here less than a, is it true? It is not true. So answer is output is 0. So in this way you can use different relational operators. Okay. So your next operator is logical operators. Logical operators. See, logical means what? It will either true or false. You can go for any one conditions. Logical means suppose you want to compare two persons either true or false. If you want to compare expressions, if more than 2 or 3 expressions are required, we go for the logical operators. Under logical operators, we will get 3 operators under logical. One is called this is called AND, A and the AND operators. This is OR operators, and this one is NOT operator. Under logical operators, we will go for the 3 operators. One is called AND operators, second one is called OR operators, and third one is called NOT operators. Let's go for first. We go for the AND operators. Okay. So when we go for AND, here also you can use by number either true or false. The expressions must be, the result must be, the output must be either true or false. So you see, under the output, if A and B, and then is output. Under N operators, if A is true, B is true, then output is also true, which I explained you in class 8. Do you remember the AND operators, logical operators, AND operators, OR operators? So under N operators, if A is true, B is true, then the output is also true. If A is true and B is false, then also it is false. If A is false and B is true, then output is also false. If A is false and B is false, then output is also false. So what you see here, under the N operators, if the two expressions is true, if the two statement is true, then the output is true. If anyone becomes false or both are false, then the output is also false. Under AND operators, if both the expressions are true, then the output is true. Otherwise, it is false. In simple way, we can say, if both the expressions are true, then the result is true. In other cases, it is false. For example, if A is 3, suppose the value of A is 3, B is 4, C is say 5. If A into B is greater than C under A, so what is the value of A? A is 3, B is 4, 3 4 is 12, 12 is greater than 5, the expression is true. Again, if C into A is greater than B, multiply is 3 5 is 15, 15 is greater than 4, the expression is true. So the result is also true. If I write here equal here, equal, now look at our result here. If C into A, C is 5, A is 3, 3 5 is 15, and B value is 4. 15 is equal to 4. Is it true? It is false. If it is false, then output is also false. That means if both the expressions are true, then the results are true. If any one becomes false, then the result becomes false. This is the function of AND operator. Now come to the case of OR operators. OR operators. In OR operators, if any one condition is true, if any one expression is true, then the result is true. Okay, for example, if A is true, B is true, the result is true. If A is true, B is false, the result is true. If A is false, B is true, the result is true. If A is false, B is false, the result is false. That means, in a short, we can say, if both the conditions or any one expressions are true, then the result is true. Okay. In other words, we can say, if both the expressions are false, then the result is false. Okay. For example, 5 equals to 5 equals to 5. Is it true or false? Is it true? And 3 is more than 6. So look at the first expression. 5 is equals to 5, which is true. 3 is more than 6, which is false. But under the AND operators, they say the result is true, because both of the conditions, if any one condition or any one expression is true, then the result is true. This is false when both the conditions become false. Okay. Now come for the third operator, that is not operator. That is not operator. The operator not is also known as Boolean performs. It is a not operator is also known as unary operators. It has one operand on the right hand side. It gives the result false if the operand is true, and it is true if the operand is false. Under the not operators, it is also known as unary operators. You can give the expression on the right side. If the output is true, the result is false. Not. If the output is false, then the result is true. Under OR operators, we can't go for the both single operators. If A is true, then output is false. If A is false, the output is true. Single operators. So I can say, you see, for example, 5 is equals to 5. What is the output? Is the statement is true or false? It is true. So in the output we will get the result, we will get false. When the expression is true, when the operands are true, then the result is false. If I write here 5 is greater than 8, the expression is false. So in the result we will get true. Opposite of the output. If the result is true, the output is false. If the result is false, the output is true. Okay. So students, so these are the two operators. Today I explained about the one person is alternate operator and second one is about the logical operator. Go through the books, read the books properly. If you read the books, read the other operators. Today I just go for only two operators. Next class we go for the other three or 5 operators. Go for the books, then you can easily understand my classes. Okay? Thank you.